What's going on, guys? Nathan here, bringing you a Team Fortress 2 video. This video's topic will feature the Vaccinator, the new metagun for Medic, and I do realize that this video is pretty late in the making, being the Christmas update. Well, it's past Christmas, so that kind of tells you how lazy I've been, really, in Team Fortress 2 videos, anyway. I've just been playing a lot of Dishonored and games I've downloaded. But anyway, on to the topic at hand. The Vaccinator, new metagun for Medic. Is it good or is it bad if you've been living under a hole for the past week or so in Team Fortress 2? It is pretty bad, and I do realize that Valve, of course, cannot really make a metagun more powerful than the default or the Kritzkrieg, being both respective metaguns have their place in Team Fortress 2. However, it is annoying that they don't even try to make this metagun even equal to the Kritzkrieg or the regular metagun. Now, pardon me as I kind of don't really go into the actual Vaccinator itself. I just kind of want to go on this tangent a little bit. So yeah, right now you have the metagun and the Kritzkrieg on top, and then on the bottom is the quick fix and the Vaccinator. And really, I guess the point of this little rant is that I don't understand why the quick fix and the Vaccinator cannot be more equal to the metagun, because I'm pretty sure people over at Valve, whoever handles the weapon stats, knows that these metaguns aren't as good, and you know, people can come up with arguments saying, oh, the quick fix is good for group healing and stuff like that, but in the end, you know, the default and the Kritzkrieg both are better, and I just don't understand why they can't at least attempt to compete with the other metaguns. I don't know. That's just, I don't know if I'm making sense here, but it's just kind of annoying. But anyway, we'll get into the Vaccinator specifically right now. So like I mentioned before, if you have been living under a rock for the past week or so, there has been a new metagun called the Vaccinator. Now, if you have not seen the stats, I will read them off pretty quickly for you. This is off of the Team Fortress 2 wiki. The pros are plus 50% uber charge rate, special attack cycle through resist types, while healing provides you and your target with constant 10% resistance to the selected damage type. And then the con to the weapon is minus 66% overheal build rate, and then this sort of white text which is like neutral. Uber Charge provides 75% resistance to a selected damage type. You are healed for 25% of the matched incoming damage on your heal target. So what this metagun has is 4 resistance types that you can choose. It is bullet, explosive, or actually 3, I'm sorry, bullet, explosive, and fire. And you can cycle between these very easily just by pressing, I believe mouse 3 is default, but I changed mine to mouse 5, which is my little side button, which just basically allows for easier access. And what you do is, when you have, let's say, bullet resistance chosen on your heal target, the player you're healing will only take 90% normal damage of what they would normally take. And in my personal opinion, 10% resistance to damage is not a lot whatsoever, but I'll get into that in a little bit. So we have the Uber Charge on this metagun, and this is actually very strange. You have 4 Uber Charges to use, each lasting roughly, I would say, 3-4 seconds. Versus the normal 10-second Uber Charge, and instead of being invulnerable, your heal target has 75% resistance to whatever resistance you chose. So if I see like 2 heavies coming around the corner, then I should choose a bullet resistance, Uber my whatever demo man I'm healing, and he should be able to defeat them a lot more easily, because he is only taking 25% damage of what he normally would take, assuming that I did choose bullet resistance. Now, there is another part of the Uber in which I actually get healed as the medic for 25% of what my heal target will be taking, assuming that the resistance type is being matched to the damage incoming. So let's say I have bullet resistance on my demo man, and he gets sniped for 100 damage. Assuming I have bullet resistance on, I will actually heal myself while being Ubered for 25 health, because he was hit for 100 damage, and 25% of 100 is 25. Now, this little healing side effect is pretty useful when going into dangerous situations, and assuming you have the proper damage types matched. However, I still don't know why anyone would use this metagun. The only thing I've really found it useful for, and even minimally at that, is going for like anti-personnel sort of. I guess the point of this metagun is to use your Ubers a lot, being it is a plus 50% Uber charge rate. And I mean, you just pop these Ubers out like there's no tomorrow. So, I guess I really should learn to start using my Ubers more with this metagun. However, I still don't understand why somebody wouldn't just choose the default metagun or the Kritzkrieg, being their Ubers are just so much more useful. And even though they do take a longer time to build up, I think that the potential usefulness of the default or Kritzkrieg's Ubers are much more valuable than the potentially longer time it takes to build them up. So in summary, I'm just really not digging this metagun right now, and I guess I kind of did expect this subconsciously when I saw that Valve released a new metagun for the Smithmas update. I just thought subconsciously that, you know, this metagun probably isn't going to be that good just because Medic and even Engineer are two classes that are so hard to get the balance right for, and both are kind of hanging on a thread right now, and if you release like a weapon that's just too drastic, then it would mess the entire class up until a patch could be released. But that's just it. Patches can be released. I mean, if you're going to release a new weapon into a game, why not make it as closely balanced as possible and then, you know, patch it later for whatever a nerf or a buff instead of purposely making it weaker than the other weapons. And yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't really understand how some things works. I'm sure there's a good reason behind everything that goes into Team Fortress 2, but as of right now, just as an average guy, it kind of escapes me. But anyway, that's pretty much the video. Just really not liking this metagun, and I think the general community has the same reaction. I mean, I haven't seen anyone in any servers that's just like, oh my gosh, this metagun is so good. It is clearly better than the default of the Kritzkrieg, and pretty much anything is better than the quick fix, except for this weapon. Anyway, I'm gonna stop myself before I get on that tangent. This gameplay is on Mine Pit, and we do end up winning in just a little bit here, and I just wanted to throw this out there that if any of you were wondering, you know, being like, why are you putting this super serious judgmental video on a gameplay of Mine Pit? You know, Mine Pit is for messing around and shouldn't be taken seriously, and to that I kind of agree with you, but also disagree with you. Mine Pit is a bit of a more fun payload map, however, it is still can be a try-hard payload map simply because there are strategic advantages to it, and I did actually do better on this map than on like Gold Rush or Badwater, which are the usual maps that I go try-hard on. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Please leave your opinion on this weapon in the comments below. I'm kind of interested to see what you guys have to say, and yeah, please like the video if you enjoyed it. I really appreciate it, and if you like Team Fortress 2, feel free to subscribe to my channel, being I bring a lot of that content. And that's it, so see y'all later. Bye-bye.